यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीर वनचारी यमुना तीर वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. जय प्रभुपदा 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 जय प्रभुपदा प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव नमो विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शता भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार शिवासति गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। अंतर मायापुर धाम की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। तुलसी देवी की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। समावेद भक्त वृंद की जय। गौ प्रेमानंदे all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to Guru and Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudirayet. Before reciting Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, which is the very means of conquest one should offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead Narayan, unto Nar Narayan Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasdeva, the author. Nastaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naistaki. By regularly listening to Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam and by rendering service to the pure devotees, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the personality of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact. So let us start looking into Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Today we will be reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, 3rd canto, and it is like chapter number 5 and verse number 45. So it goes like this. Tanavaihi asadvrutti, tanavaihi asadvrutti, virakshira viraye, virakshira viraye, tanavaihi asadvrutti, virakshi viraye. Parayutantar manasap paresha, parayutantar manasap paresha, atho na pashyanti urugaya nyunam, atho na pashyanti urugaya nyunam. Hare Krishna. Yete padanyasa vilasa lakshya, yete padanyasa vilasa lakshya. Anybody wants to try? Tanveya sadvrutti virakshi virye, parayutantar manasapparesha, atho na pashyanti urugaya nunam, dite padanyasa vilasa laksha. So word to word translation by Srila Prabhupada. Tan, the lotus feet of the Lord. Why? Certainly, He, for asat, materialistic, vruttibhi, by those who are influenced by external energy, akshibhiha, by the senses, ye, those, Pararuta, missing at a distance. Anta manasa, of the internal mind. Paresha, O Supreme. Atho, therefore, no, ever, Pashyanti, can see. Urugaya, O great, Nunam, but, ye, those who, te, means your, padanyasa, means activities, vilasa, transcendental enjoyment, and lakshaha, those who see. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. O great Supreme Lord, offensive persons whose internal vision has been so affected by external materialistic activities cannot see your lotus feet, but they are seen by your pure devotees. Those one and only aim is to transcendently enjoy your activities. Once more, O great Supreme Lord, offensive persons whose internal vision has been too affected by external materialistic activities cannot see your lotus feet, but they are seen by your pure devotees whose one and the only one aim is to transcendently enjoy your activities. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 16, verse number 1861, the Lord is situated in everyone's heart. It is natural that one should be able to see the Lord at least within himself. But that is not possible for those whose internal vision has been covered by external activities. The pure soul, which is symptomized by consciousness, can be easily perceived even by a common man because consciousness is spread all over the body. The yoga system as recommended in Bhagavad Gita is to concentrate the mental activities internally and thus see the lotus feet of the Lord within oneself. But there are many so-called yogis who have no concern with the Lord but are only concerned with the consciousness which they accept as a final realization. Such realization of consciousness is taught by Bhagavad Gita within only a few minutes, whereas so-called yogis take continuous years to realize it because of their offensive at the lotus feet of the Lord. The greatest offense is to deny the existence of the Lord as separate from the individual souls, or to accept the Lord and the individual soul as one and the same. The personalists misinterpret the theory of reflection and thus they wrongly accept the individual consciousness as a supreme consciousness. The theory of the reflection of the Supreme can be clearly understood without difficulty by any sincere common man. When there is a reflection of the sky on the water, both the sky and the stars are seen within the water. But it is understood that the sky and the stars are not to be accepted on the same level. The stars are parts of the sky and therefore they cannot be equal to the whole. The sky is the whole and the stars are parts. They cannot be one and the same. Transcendentalists who do not accept the supreme consciousness as separate from the individual consciousness are as offensive as the materialists who deny even the existence of the Lord. Such offenders cannot actually see the lotus feet of the Lord within themselves, nor are they even able to see the devotees of the Lord. The devotees of the Lord are so kind that they roam to all places to enlighten people in God consciousness. The offenders, however, lose the chance to receive the Lord's devotees. Although the offenseless common man is at once influenced by the devotee's presence, In this connection, there is an interesting story of a hunter and the Devarshi Narada. A hunter in the forest, although a great sinner, was not as an intentional offender. He was at once influenced by the presence of Narada, and he agreed to take the path of devotion, leaving aside his hearth and home. But the offenders Nalakubera and Manigriva, even though living amongst the demigods, had to undergo the punishment of becoming trees in the next lives. Although by the grace of the devotee they were later delivered by the Lord, offenders have to wait until they receive the mercy of the devotees, and then they can become eligible to see the lotus feet of the Lord within themselves. But due to their offenses and their extreme materialism, they cannot see even the devotees of the Lord engage in the external activities. They kill the internal vision. The Lord's devotees, however, do not mind the offenses of the foolish in their many gross and subtle bodily endeavors. The Lord's devotees continue to bestow the blessings of devotion upon all such offenders without hesitation. That is the nature of the devotees. So we quickly, very, very quickly try to read this because it's a very long purport. Only reason is that we have to wrap up in certain moments. So let's first try to get some blessings before we speak about it. Om Ajnanotimirandasya Gnananjanashalaka Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shivatapadakamanam Shri Gurun Vaishnavascha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Saganargunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijanasitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Uscha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapsakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Krupa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, here, as you see, they have mentioned about Bhagavad Gita, 18th chapter, and I believe the verse number 61. So, and it goes like this. Ishvaras sarvabhutanam ruddeshe arjuna tishtati brahmyan sarvabhutani yantrarudhani mayaya. The Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart, O Arjuna, and is directing the wanderings of all living entities, who are seated as on a machine made of material energy. So, in that purport, Srila Prabhupada explains that an individual is not all in all. Localized super soul sits in one's heart and directing one. After taking birth in particular type of body, he has to work under the spell of that bodily situation. Internal vision can be covered by external activities. So, this is the, we derive from this particular verse. Number one, an individual is not all in all, because we have a heart, and within the heart, localized supersoul sits and is directing us. So once we are born, after taken birth in particular type of body, he has to work under the spell of that bodily situation. How can we understand that? If you take a subway and if it's a local train, then in every 2-3 minutes you will come to a local stop. And eventually the destination is 2 hours away. But if you take express train, then within no time you can reach because it goes so fast. So every body has a capacity and different energy, understanding, the way of understanding, intelligence and all those things put together. That's the body. But tunde matir bhinna, scripture says that every individual mind has a different kind of understanding. Tunde matir bhinna. So matir is the intelligence, and tunde means every mind or every head has a different understanding. No matter what you are looking at, that thing doesn't change. But when you try to understand, every individual may have different understanding, and that's okay. Because here, like it says, that every body is of a different kind of understanding given by God. So, what happens that some people, according to this verse, they are focusing on work only. And when they put so much energy, time, and their focus on work only, then naturally they cannot focus on Krishna. So Krishna is very easily forgotten. But instead of focusing on the work, if the person is focusing on Krishna, then there is some benefit. There are chances that you may be liberated from these clutches of Maya as well as from the cycle of birth and death. But if you just focus on the work, yes, there is some gain. Whatever benefits you get out of the work, for example, money, you can accumulate as much as you possible. But then, what you are going to do, you have no focus on Krishna anymore. You are focusing your body only. So, you think, after getting that wealth, that okay, I need to eat this, I need to eat that, I need to drink this, I need to drink that, and I have to go here and I have to go there. And similarly, you keep working as a workaholic, they call it. And day and night they work like dogs and cats. And whatever money they get, they spend out of their sense gratification. So in this whole endeavor, what happens that Krishna is no longer with them, and they only focus on their body and their sense gratifications. And that's bad news. So in this regard, I don't know we have any more time, but there is a short story. We started talking about it last week already. That in Padma Purana there is a dialogue between Mother Lakshmi and Vishnu. So, Lord Vishnu is quoting an example of a Susharma Brahmin. So Mother Lakshmi says, who was Susharma Brahmin? What you are talking about? So he says, there was a soul who was born as a Brahmin. And then he explains, Lord Vishnu, that there are two kinds of human beings or two kinds of Brahmins in this case. So one kind is that they have nothing to do with God. They don't have anything to do with the existence of the Lord. They don't have anything to do with the pastimes of the Lord. They don't have to do anything with the scriptures or the morals or good qualities or bad qualities of people or anything. They only work, work, work and work. And they spend their time in working and they enjoy working. And after that, whatever they get, they spend their time in decorating their body, nourishing their body, keeping their body alive and try to keep it forever. So, this is one kind of Brahmins. The other kind of Brahmins